If you can, delay your judgment of yourself for as long as you can. Because this is the same reason why a lot of people think they're horrible at something or made a bad decision when it might not completely be the case. But notice how I'm saying delay the judgment, not eliminate it. But when in doubt, delay it. This is why. First is understanding that timings are incredibly unpredictable. Watch this clip on how Olivia is looking back on her life.
I think for me, it's just nice to be able to write something down and not judge it. I mean, it's nice to kind of look back at issues that I thought were gonna be world-ending and be like, oh, that worked out.
Not everything that you do will get a result at the same speed. Some might take 15 minutes, some might take 5 years. If you judge earlier than expected, you will have a tendency to have a more narrow interpretation of the result. It's like saying a tomato tastes bad because you picked it when it wasn't ripe yet. And yes, it does taste horrible. But the longer you wait, the more chances you will have in seeing the bigger picture. And you will be able to see on how the small waves and the things that you went through all kind of connects together. This is the same reason why short-sightedness and being impulsive is usually associated with something that's negative. Because looking back, it will always look like you have made the decision without considering the whole truth. If you want to become a better person that makes a better society, hit that subscribe button. But did you know that the timing and the severity of judgment can also really impact and limit a person's creativity? See this example on what happens when there's a balance between creativity and judgment.
Every color in the palette and any canvas you want, it's just so overwhelming that sometimes I think limiting yourself actually makes you just think outside the box and then breathe.
I know in this example it's more about restrictions, but judging yourself is what places those restrictions there in the first place. Have you ever had a time when you started a new hobby and everything was going great, but then you made a mistake? But rather than finding the reason for the mistake, you just tell yourself you're bad at it. By doing this, you cause yourself a whole potential future because you judge yourself way too early. I also talk about this in depth in another video on creativity. So when in doubt, wait for more information. But if you can, you also want to remove this bad habit. Listen to the tip that her mom gave her.
I guess right now what I'm thinking about most is something my mom tells me all the time. It's those who matter don't mind and those who mind don't matter.
The bad habit I'm talking about here isn't ignoring the judgment of other people, but the feeling of guilt when we do ignore others. Hear me out, I'm not trying to be prideful here. I am not saying never seek advice from other people, but trust me, there is so much garbage out there from people that are trying to take you down out of their own insecurities. There are even people out there that are making fake skits out there just to get attention. That's why even if you don't judge yourself, make sure that you don't let other people do the same to you. Most of the time, people don't even know your circumstances, your personality, your struggles. So even with great intentions, some of the advice is just not helpful. So don't let yourself feel guilty for not listening to everyone's advice. Lastly, if you judge too soon, you'll ruin your internal ritual. Listen to the importance of rituals and what it could do for your mind.
If I don't write every day or create something, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel fulfilled. It doesn't matter if I put it out. You know what I mean? It's just it's something that you need to do, just like breathing.
See how just by having a solid ritual, it can fuel your creativity again and again to something amazing. And what a ritual is, it's really just a series of actions that you do on a regular basis. Even if you don't have a routine or ritual for when you wake up, you still have a mental one that tells you about yourself. When you think about yourself, what are the list of things that comes up? Are they mostly positive or negative? If you judge yourself too early, you can plant seeds of doubt to the daily ways that you're thinking about yourself. Just like how if an airplane is off by 1 degree, you'll end up in a completely different location. However, if you take the same judgment and just delay it, especially after you have a great foundation, it can be a world of difference. The judgment might not influence you as much, and it might actually help you in your process. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and here are some of my other videos that you might like.